So I have a bunch of new games to be talking to you about today. Now we have a whole bunch of exciting things to be talking about honestly in this video, so we're going to jump straight into it. Now we have finally seen some gameplay for Ghostbusters VR. This is a brand new game coming from nDreams. It's going to be dropping next year at some point. I don't think we have an exact date for this thing yet, but nDreams is working on this, and I'm sat on the fence with this one. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what it is, but I'm also nervous because it's a franchise that I really care about, and honestly, to be fair, hasn't exactly received the love and attention and dedication that it really deserves over the last few years. You know, like the movies have been... So, when I saw this trailer, I was kind of somewhat relieved and nervous at the same time. Now, I think the gameplay of this looks really fun, looks pretty unique, but I do worry that it might have been aimed slightly towards the younger audience. But I really think this is one of those games that we need to see and play before we can make any judgment, because honestly, it's super duper early days yet, and also we've only really seen a snippet of it. So I still remain optimistic. nDreams does have a fantastic track record for this stuff though, so I do believe in them, and I kind of hope that they're going to deliver on something very cool. Also, we have a huge update coming for Population 1. Population 1's finally getting a SandBox mode, where you can literally get in and develop your own levels. It sounds pretty freaking awesome on the surface, right? Now, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't that hyped when they reached out to me and asked me to come for a play session. I actually didn't go to the play session. But it looks like I may have been wrong to think this is just going to be another meh kind of thing. In my mind, when I was first approached for this, I kind of just thought to myself, okay, I don't want another freaking Horizon type thing where I'm going in just placing objects around. But actually, looking more into this actually does look like it's going to be a pretty dope update. Now, you can get in there with not just yourself to build these things, you can go in with 16 other players and have a real good time just building and having a laugh, making an awesome level. And then you can go into a team deathmatch. There is no battle royale mode. I don't believe that you can play in those maps yet, but you can absolutely go in there and do a deathmatch after you've created it with your 15 other friends. So pretty cool actually. The tools look pretty comprehensive, and it all in all looks fairly impressive. I'm kind of excited to see where this is going to go, and more than anything, just see what the community does with it. It's a fairly active community still with Pop 1, so maybe they can make some pretty dope stuff. You cannot bring in custom assets from what I've been told, but you absolutely can build things to look like other things, which is kind of old school, but I'm down for that. I kind of appreciate it in a weird way when you go into a level that you can see how much work someone has actually had to put into it to make it look like something else. So pretty awesome. I like. Next up, the game I want to speak about is Behemoth. Now, this is a game that I am just disgustingly hyped for, and I shouldn't be. I know. Behave, Rhys. You shouldn't be that hyped anymore these days, because you should just take a freaking breath and realise that you need to see the product before you get hyped. But nonetheless, they've got me hyped. This trailer that we're seeing right now is the sort of like, let's be real, it's the motion captured, it's the CGI'd, it's the perfection that we wish virtual reality looked like. I'm going to be real with you though, if this even delivers half of what we've seen in this trailer, I'm going to absolutely lose my freaking mind. Now let me tell you a few little details that they've told me about this game, because man, it just feels like this is going to be so damn good. So they're telling me this is going to be brutal and tactical combat. Players are required to think before acting, as there is human AI in this. Now, this is made by Skydance, the same people that made Saints and Sinners and stuff, so instead of just like sort of dumb zombos coming at you, this is going to be an intelligent AI system that's going to be fighting with you, and they are going to level up alongside you, so the better you get, the harder it's going to be to fight these people, and I freaking love that. So you really need to think about your combat, think about their weak points, and you know, being technical actually does matter. Strength is the key part here. So you really want to work on that stuff and conserve your energy, as I'm assuming they're going to have a similar energy system to what you do in Saints and Sinners, where you can't just go freaking wild, wiggly man. You need to actually think about what you're doing with each move. They're also boasting that they have really refined their VR physics system, which means traversing things like landscapes, climbing up hills is going to be a big part of this thing. You also have a grappling hook. Oh my god! I freaking love grappling hooks in VR, I'm not going to lie. So you'll be able to go up your landscapes and sort of deal with things in a unique way. This is genuinely one of those games where I am just so excited to explore and see what it's going to be like. So I just want to take a second to be like, and gush at this. Grappling hooks. Yeah, yes please. Crafting of weapons, very nice, I'm all down for that. Fighting the human AI system, I'm very interested to see how that pays off, and I'm also really excited that Skydance are going to take sort of like this left turn now and just kind of experience a different side of things. As we all know, Skydance does this open world feeling game really, really well. So listen, I feel like a hype machine over here between Ghostbusters and this, but I'm not trying to be, I'm just trying to be realistic. When you can trust a studio like Skydance, when you can trust a studio like Endreams, I really hope that they can deliver on their promises. Right now, obviously, we have this insanely gorgeous trailer, but will it pay off when we see the gameplay? I'm hoping so, fingers crossed. Bear in mind, next year is going to be the year of high fidelity VR coming back to us with things like the PSVR 2, hopefully things like the Valve Decard and other things coming out as well. It's looking like we're going to get back into the high fidelity era of virtual reality. And yes, I say back into because we've currently been in this mobile VR state of mind for the last sort of 2.5 years, and now it's time to refocus our efforts back into the high fidelity experience, and hopefully the Quest 3 will bring that as well. Now, I'm not saying, hey, we're forgetting about you Questers. No sirree, Bob. That's a weird way to say that, because the Quest is also going to get a release of all of these games I'm talking about as well, so no one's going to be left behind. But what we are talking about is the fact that finally we're going to take that step back into high fidelity gaming. And let me tell you, just a quick side note here, one of the experiences I had this week was in Resist, which is literally just dropped on PCVR now, and they've done a huge graphical update to this thing. So with Resist, this game had a huge graphical overhaul, and the difference this game had, the difference in feel of this thing from having high fidelity graphics just blew my mind. It made me forget, because the thing is, we've had so many lazy ports coming across from Quest games into PCVR recently, where honestly they don't do a lot with them to change them graphically or anything, whereas this, they did this full overhaul of everything, making it look so freaking nice. So swinging through all of those towns and just doing everything in that game just felt like 100 times more immersive to me, purely just because of the graphics that are in the game. Just suck you in that bit deeper, and the immersion levels just raise up. When you leave the N64 and you hit a PS5, it's gonna be real nice. Now we get into the hardware part of the video. PS5 is now available for everyone to pre-order, that's the words I'm looking for. You can now go pre-order this for yourself without the restriction of having to get the email first. I really dig that freaking PlayStation did this big cojones move of being like, you have to get this email before you can pre-order with us, basically to stop all scalpers, because then everyone had a fair opportunity to go buy one and everything was good. I like this option, and I like this way of doing things. We all know how bad the PS5 launch went, so doing it this way, very, very good move from them. Also, I've just received an email actually yesterday that said to me that PS5s are back in stock as well, so go and check. If you're hunting for a PS5 to get ready for PSVR 2, you may well be able to order one in time for Christmas. So go check out your listing, go check out the stores around you. Basically, it's looking like they're opening up the floodgates to be able to buy both things, so that I'm guessing that families will buy them for Christmas, the PS5s, and then of course when PSVR 2 drops next February, you'll be able to have one of those as well. In other news, the Quest Pro controllers, yes, that's right, the ones that you spend the same price on to buy a Quest 2, they now work with the Quest 2. So if you're looking for like an intermediary sort of like upgrade path, then it's looking like now you can just buy those controllers and use them with the Quest 2. When I say it's looking like, you just can. It's part of the V47 update. So yeah, I mean, cool. I mean, I've got to say, like, I've said a lot of likes there. Like. I mean, they are looking cool, but I'm not sure for me they warrant the price being paid. Now, if you bought a Quest Pro and you're not using the actual headset part of it that often, then I guess this is a very nice worthy upgrade to your Quest 2. Or if you just have the money to spare and you really want that sort of like lossless tracking experience, then again, very cool. There are some downsides to this, obviously, as they don't have changeable batteries in them. You have to physically charge them, so you are limited to your session being that. You can have both your Quest 2 controllers and your Pro controllers connected to it, so they can both be tethered to the headset, which is interesting. So I guess at least if your Pro controllers run out of battery, you could just pick up your Quest 2 controllers and carry on your session. So, you know, it's pretty cool. If you're in the market for it, definitely check it out. A good friend of mine, Mike VR Oasis, he made a really solid video on this, and I definitely think you should go check it out. I will link that down below. So after this video, go check out Mike's video talking all about this, and he'll tell you all about the pros and cons of this thing. I love his content. He's the most genuine dude that you'll meet, so definitely go check this out. And that's going to take us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys and gals, all the way to the end. Hopefully, if you did, then drop a king crown emoji down below. The king crown, like, you know, Rhys the king crown. That'd be lovely. I would love that. If you enjoyed this, please do consider smashing like, as it really does genuinely help the video, and drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to and what your thoughts are on Behemoth. Overhype, or just like the right amount of hype? I want to know your thoughts and opinions on that in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as you've probably already been told in this video. But seriously, YouTuber things, they help the channel out massively. And more than I think, we're getting right towards the end of this year. And for any of you that have stuck around, I just want to drop a little cheeky message on the end of this. Thank you for your ongoing support on this channel. You have no idea how much it means to me. I put crazy amounts of effort into these videos and trying to keep up with this as well as a full-time job. So I really do appreciate the fact that you guys and girls really support me. So just props to you, and thank you for helping this channel become what it has been across this year. So end on an emotional one. Thank you. Thank you. That's when they start playing like that speech music to get me the hell out of here. All right, I'll go. Peace out. Goodbye.